The opportunities for a physician leader in today's healthcare landscape are both exciting and limitless. Are you satisfied with your current role? Does your role allow you to make a meaningful impact within your organization? Right now, you have two choices: do nothing or make an exciting commitment to career development. But you don't have to go it alone. Advancing your career and finding that next job is not easy. Do you dread one or more aspects of the job search? As you ascend the corporate ladder, especially in leadership, you're competing with other highly qualified individuals at every step. In fact, for every corporate role that becomes available, there are an average of 250 other applicants looking to impress. So, how do you get noticed over the competition and make that final cut? The American Association for Physician Leadership's Career Services Department can assist you in making that dream job a possibility. Listen to find out more.
Looking for that next job change? You ever ask yourself these questions? When I go in for this interview, exactly what are they going to ask me? When they say, send me your resume, how do I know if mine is good enough? When they drag their feet from contact to contact, what does that really mean? When they don't call me back, how do I then respond? And when it's between me and one other candidate, how do I make myself more distinct? These are all very legitimate questions when you're looking for that new position, either inside your organization or toward a move on the outside, maybe across the state, to the other side of the United States, or maybe even to another country. When you are ready to put yourself forward, opportunities will be coming your way, and being ready in a strategic, thoughtful, and professional manner is the way forward. I'm Kevin O'Connor, and I've been a faculty member here at the American Association for Physician Leadership for the past 30 years, teaching leadership and also the CPE Capstone Weekend. I also work with Career Services Department here at the association. We've worked and consulted with close to 100 physician leaders, just like you, who all had the same questions and more. Finding a job in leadership is quite different than moving to another clinical position. Our job is to assist you in helping the new place understand your unique distinctiveness by helping you get to know that part of yourself so well that you will know how to present yourself to them so that they can hire no one else. In fact, they'd be foolish to look any further. The goal then here at the association is to help you find that right next spot for you, to uniquely and carefully craft your experience to appeal to your next employer of choice, so that you stand out with distinction, qualification, and the right fit. That fit begins on paper, just like that first impression in person. So let me ask you, what impression do you get from these two real-life examples? One cover letter I read recently started like this. Well, it seems we only have to answer 3 questions. Number 1, will I be happy? Number 2, will you be a good fit for me? And number 3, will I be a good fit for you? They went on and said, so it appears you only have 1 question to answer, and I would like to blah, blah, blah. Yikes! What message does that send to somebody who doesn't know you? Or how about this one? Another cover letter said, was about 4 pages. The cover letter was 4 pages, single-spaced. The 14th paragraph began with, even though I was tremendously busy. I said, no, no, no. They probably already have at least one arrogant employee, and they don't need another one. Physician leaders tell me that when they apply for clinical work, they really didn't have to do as much in the way of cover letter, resume, phone interview, re-interview, in-person meeting, spouse interview, and yes, that one more meeting with the CEO. They also tell me that when they applied for leadership, it was definitely a horse of a different color and size, often surrounded by fog, making the process difficult to understand, and they made it even harder for them to come across well. The critical difference here is that when you applied for a clinical position, or sometimes even an academic appointment, the goal was to talk about your training, your qualifications, your committee membership, even your research. For executive positions, they want to know first about you in relationship to them and their organization. While they may make the error of seeing a clinical physician as a commodity, we need another colorectal surgeon, we need to staff up urgent care quick, they never really use a commodity way of thinking when they consider you as a physician leader. You won't hear them say, let's get one of those CMOs like they have across town. Why? Because when they hire you, they're hiring a peer. And they would never think of themselves as a commodity. So the critical point then is when they review your resume, they're looking for only one thing, and it's not about you. Instead, it's the one question that they read about you, and that is this: can this person solve my problem? No matter how qualified and experienced and richly detailed your resume is, they're thinking first and foremost about themselves. And so we have to craft a cover letter and a resume to appeal to them from their point of view. Therefore, we have to think like them, not like us. We have to help them see themselves with you. Every opening line then is not self-oriented, but them-oriented. To say that you are the best, the highly this or that, causes the reader to look more judgmentally upon what comes next. Talking about the organization first gets an important something subtle, a connection going early and often. Would you rather have to overcome a squint, really another super qualified, or rather a head nod, looks like she understands us, to get the ball rolling? This is what Career Services at the Association can help you with. Few of us can objectively craft and look at a paper with our full life's work on a few pages. We don't have the perspective of the other who is thinking only of themselves and wondering if you're going to fit in, or if you'll be high maintenance, or worse, if you'll be like the last one we hired. And every hire represents between $1 and $1.5 million. So when all this is taken into account, it's more important for them, of course, to hire each person in a special way. More importantly, it puts their corporate reputation on the line. It really is all about them. We at the association will partner with you, prepare you for the interviews. Yes, there will be more than one, and with many interviewers, often in the same room. We won't always know what the questions will be that they will ask. We will, however, know if you sound confident and ready. Preparing your awareness for your LinkedIn, Facebook, Doximity page is also key. Yes, they really do check those first. Look at your social media with an eye towards who is this person, and that may help you guide your decision making. You don't need to sanitize your social media. Simply make it so that you can use it as one more way to convey what you are like at work and at home and on the internet. LinkedIn is a vital piece of social media. One of the first places people go to see where you are, how to get in touch with you, and again, how to portray yourself. Our reviewer works with you to create that special, unique page. Like every service we do, this too will help you not only create a product for yourself, it helps you get to know yourself better so that when you go in for the interview, what you look like, what they have read about you, and what you are in person is seamless. The interview can be stressful. You've been chosen to answer questions on the phone, via Skype, and in person, and you may have no clue what they're going to ask. We have one more element that can help put the interview in your favor, and that's called the capabilities profile. The resume says what you've done. The capabilities profile says what you can do, which is really all they're interested in anyway. Without this key instrument, the interviewer has to make the jump from what you've done in the past to what you can do for them in the future. And frankly, I don't trust them to make that leap. I want to make the leap for them by building a seamless bridge that in essence says that you're the one and only choice they can make. Finally, we'll help you construct a 90-day plan. This document explicitly says, here's what I'm going to do in the first 90 days when you hire me. While the capabilities profile is a one-page document that specifically details what you can do, the 90-day plan says specifically how you're going to do what you're going to do, when and with whom. One of my clients was interviewing for a job, and I knew she was fourth in line. I knew her boss, and he actually told me he was giving her a courtesy interview. As you know, you'll never get hired with a courtesy interview. After seeing her 90-day plan, the boss leaned into her and said, "Well, now how am I going to hire anybody else?" She leaned forward and confidently said, "I don't want you to hire anybody else. I want you to hire me. I'm going to do a very good job for you and for our team." The rest was history. All job searches require a cover letter and a resume, and all candidates will have that. That is not very distinctive. At the association, you'll have a personalized LinkedIn profile, a capabilities profile, a 90-day plan, and a uniquely you interview practice, advisement, and consultation. We'll even do a post-mortem after each interview, and even do that when you get the job. You do want to know why you were hired, right? Our mutual job is to uncover your winning formula and help you get to know it so well you'll be able to speak, act, and think in a way that presents you to them through their eyes. So there you have it, our collaboration with you to produce the invitational cover letter, your distinct resume, your unique capabilities profile, and the informational LinkedIn review, and of course the action promise, the 90-day plan. And oh yes, we have one more thing, a hearty congratulations when you land the job. I'm Kevin O'Connor, and I'm here with all of my partners at the American Association for Physician Leadership to help you make that next right move. You can call today, 800-562-8088, and ask for career services to get started. Are you ready to respond when the phone call comes out of the blue from a colleague, a recruiter, or that last job you applied for many months ago? Not only do you have a resume to send, but are you really ready, completely ready, especially for that interview, which of course begins when you answer that phone call. We're ready to help you be ready. So call today, 800-562-8088, ask for career services to get started. Your next opportunity will be a phone call away. Be ready.